Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin. Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin.
Welcome here today to Philo High School Athletic Complex, site of today's region semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and the Sheridan High School Generals. This is Steve Daly. I'm being joined today by Jim DiCarlo and our roving reporter, Jason Jenkins. Working the dials for us again today, as always, Dan Vogel. Today's game is being brought to you by, and these sponsors have enabled us to bring you games all season long and all year long. Guida Law Offices, AT&T on Sunset, Beryl Ford, Beryl Toyota, Tudor's Biscuit World, Total Sports Connection, Signs Limited, Capital Recovery System, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Hummel Construction, Barium Chemicals, Edge Sports, Franciscan University, Best Western at Franciscan Square, Trinity Health Systems, Bennigan's, Stickles Law Office, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW number 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, J.C. Pest Control, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Anthony Mining, Apollo, Isla Law Offices, Burt's Hot Dogs, Dr. John Figgle, Ohio Motor Group, Spuds Parkview Inn, Naples, Target Shop, Soft Tight Federal Credit Union, National Colloid Company, Black River Logistics, Tees Electric, Lancia Villa Royale, Bradley Lawnscape, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, the Viking Social Club, Swearingen Bat Company, Economy Lawn Care, Main Street Bank, Steubenville Country Club, and Rawson Mulch and more. Today's regional semifinal game VIP sponsors include the Big Red Booster Club, the Toronto Booster Club, Apollo Pro Cleaning, National Colloid Company, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Tudor's Biscuit World, Water Transport, and Giannamore's Self-Storage. We're going to go right now to our on-the-field reporter, Jason Jenkins, who's going to have a minute here with head coach Gus DiMarzio.
Yeah, live here with Coach DiMarzio. Gus, first I want to say congratulations. First district championship ever, venturing into the regionals. It's got to be exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. Anytime you get over the hump, 3-4 times. I mean, I joked in the offseason to Coach Sack, and I said, how you doing, Gus DiMarzio, the guy who can't win the big one. And he told me, he said, how many times have you been there? And I told him, and then he told me, he goes, you'll get over it this year, watch. And we did, and he was the first guy to call me and say, see what I tell you.
That's awesome.
But,
That's awesome.
It's always great to have guys like that in your corner.
And coming in today, what's the message to the girls? Basically the same thing as all year, right?
Right. Make no mistake while we're here, we didn't come here just to be here. You know what I mean? We came here because we want one more run. Just give us one more run than them so we can play one more game. That's the message. Base runners, we don't care about your batting average. We want base runners. I don't care if you get beamed. I don't care if you walk. I don't care if you get on an air. I don't care how you get on. Just get your 2 feet on first base. Amen. And it's kind of worked for us, and hopefully it works really well for us today.
I appreciate it. Anything on the Generals? Have you seen them?
Yeah, they're a good team. I mean, their pitcher Cora Hall is a good pitcher. She's got a huge bat. Their catcher's a really good player. Mueller. She swings well. She got a big arm. They're like us. I mean, they got 6 freshmen and sophomores playing too. So when that happens, you just got to play loose and be yourself. If you play loose and be yourself, good things might happen.
All right,
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate you having us here, and good luck.
Yeah, can I say hi to my daughter Frankie and my mom at home?
Oh yeah, I definitely give your mom
because
a shout out.
my mom is the trooper here because Frankie, she's a handful.
All right, Coach.
Thanks,
good luck.
buddy.
Roll Red Roll.
Roll Red Roll.
Okay, thank you. That was Jason Jenkins, our on-field and roving reporter for today, with head coach of Steubenville Big Red, Coach Gus DiMarzio. Jim, you want me to run through the lineups today, the batting orders, or?
We can in a minute. Let me give these shout-outs. I'll try to do it again just so I don't forget down the road. Couple people, and then I want to talk a little bit about the umpires and one specifically that's here today. But shout out to Tom and Mickey Zano listening in Panama City, Florida, along with Tommy and Valerie Zano in Columbus. Ed Tackage back at home, one of the big red boosters. Of course, Ray Suckoch, Timmy Provenzano, Paul Zorni. We hope Ray gets better awfully quick. And some Martins Ferry connections, Mike Brandon, Ryan Lucas, Aaron Chirpus, Jerry Magistro, the head coach of Martins Ferry, who picked up his 400th win, and Spencer Bendel also picked up, so I want to congratulate his 400th win to those two guys. One other shout out, Steve, a list of names I want to read. Sometimes they're underappreciated and underpaid, and they do it for the kids. I want to shout out to the Steubenville and some of the West Virginia umpires. First of all, Steve Seminara, a big Red Booster fan. Even though he just does baseball games, we got Steve watching softball last week. So I want to shout out to Steve Seminara, along with some great umpires and people. Danny Kelly.
We're going to go real quick,
okay,
Coach,
go ahead.
Jason on the field with Sheridan head coach, Coach Paxton.
Yeah, we're here with Coach Mark Paxton. Coach, congratulations first of all on the district championship.
I appreciate it.
I talked with Coach DiMarzio, same thing to you, big game. In the regional semifinals here, what do you expect today?
Nothing different. I mean, just two good teams going toe-to-toe right here. You know, we've seen Steubenville a couple times, and, you know, they're a nice ball club. They're here for a reason.
Yes, sir. And what is your message to your team today?
You know, not to downplay anybody else, but we try to do our thing. You know, we try to control what we control, and, you know, hopefully things fall where they may. So that's our goal.
All right, Coach, well, I won't keep you. I just appreciate a moment of your time, and good luck to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, that was Jason Jenkins with head coach Mark Paxton of the Sheridan Generals. Jim, I'll go ahead and send it back to you real quick here.
Okay, we'll get the lineups with you after I'm done with this, Steve, and then I'll give some stats on those lineups. But shout out to Steve Seminara, Danny Kelly, Danny LaRue, Jeff Saunders, who's recovering from a few surgeries. I hope he gets well soon. Bob McCombs, Lacey Dokes, Joe Bonoski, Bruce Dunn, Joe McFarland, Paul Duffy, Tom Bechtel, Paul DePasquale, Greg Saunders, Bob Gable, Randy Gassaway, and I'm sure I'm going to forget some umpires, but, you know, maybe give them a shout-out someday and tell them how much you appreciate them. They're going to miss a call here and there, but they are good umpires. They're really sometimes underappreciated, definitely underpaid. They're out here for the kids. So we'd like to give a shout-out to the umpires today. And the main guy who's going to get, I shouldn't say main guy, but the guy that helps me with rules that's here is going to get interviewed by Jason later, Mike Mavromatis. He keeps me straight between the baseball and the softball rules because it's been a long time since I've coached or umpired in baseball. And anytime I've got a question, I call Mike, and if he doesn't know, he calls the director of softball development in Ohio, Fick, and then we get the right ruling. And I'm going to go over a couple of those rules that happened against Big Red in the last few games after you go through the lineups.
Absolutely, Coach. I only have one shout-out to give today, and it's a pretty big one. I know she's on her way to the game right now and may be listening. But if she is, I'd like to give a shout out to my wife Janet. Today is our 27th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary, hon, and we'll see you here. I don't know, Coach. She kept me around this long, so you know. Today's lineups. I'm going to start with the visiting team. Steubenville Big Red will be the visiting team today. So leading off for Steubenville Big Red will be Jules King, the pitcher. Batting second will be Sophia Zorni, playing second base. Batting third, the center fielder, Cena Smith. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Paige Madison. Batting fifth, the catcher, Sagan Cimarella. Batting sixth, the designated player, Emily Tuttle. Batting 7th, playing right field, is Bailey Bell. Batting 8th, playing first base will be Jordana Vane. Batting 9th, playing third base, Gia Bowman. And the flex player is the left fielder, Hillary Roush. For the home team, Sheridan Generals, leading off will be, playing first base will be Montana O'Brien. Batting 2nd, playing center field, is Addison Gross. Batting 3rd, playing catcher, will be Avery Mueller. Batting 4th, the pitcher, Cora Hall. Batting 5th, the shortstop, Peyton Powell. Batting 6th, the right fielder, Haley Clifton. Batting 7th, the designated player, Megan Rank. Batting 8th, playing third base, Lizzie Woods. Batting 9th, playing second base, Miley Forgrave. And the flex player will be the left fielder, Katie Paxton. Coach, some stats on these players.
Well, just how they got here, first of all. Sheridan beat Gallipolis in the sectional final, one-game sectional, 11-3. They played a barn burner and got by Circleville 7-6 in 9 innings in the district semis. And then they beat number 1 state-ranked 24-1 Athens 10-1 in a blowout last Thursday to get here to the district, to the regional. They were also in the regional last year, losing to John Glenn 4-2, and were in the district finals in 2021, and also they made the regionals back in 2019. So they've got a lot of pedigree. They've been here before. They are 32 of 34 in team stolen bases. They dress 12 of 17 freshmen and sophomores, kind of like Big Red. Young group. 2 sophomore pitchers, 1 freshman pitcher, and they had a tune-up game between the district final and the regional, beating Hilliard Bradley down 9-2 in the 6th, came back to win 10-9 in that game. One of the characteristics you have to look out for is the softball, or the stolen base, is for Sheridan 32 of 34. And Gus DiMarzio does a great job scouting for Big Red, and so he knows all the ins and outs, and he'll be well prepared. Big Red averaging 7 runs a game, Sheridan averaging 7.8. Sheridan committing 2 errors a game, Big Red committing 0.8 or less than 1. And one reason, because Jules King has over 300 strikeouts, 321 strikeouts in 163 innings, and that's 2 strikeouts an inning, pretty much. And Cora Hall has about 1 strikeout an inning, 81 strikeouts in 75 innings. She's 8-2 with a 1.40 ERA. And Jules King is listed here as 20-5 with 321 strikeouts. Sheridan, offensively, since the Big Red crowd, along with us, don't know much about them, their leadoff hitter, O'Brien, is hitting .444, scored 37 runs, 20 ribbies, has 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 homers, 4 or 5 in stolen bases. Addison Gross hitting .455 with 17 ribbies, 7 doubles, 6 triples, 1 homer, 17 of 18 in stolen bases. Avery Mueller, their catcher, is hitting .486 with 39 ribbies and 14 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers. Only struck out 3 times all year long. Cora Hall, a whopping .629. She's missed 10 games, though. Scored 16 runs, and although she's only played in 19 games, she's got 39 RBIs, 20 extra base hits, 13 doubles, 2 triples, and 5 homers. Only struck out 4 times. Peyton Powell hitting .415 with 28 ribbies, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers. Has 11 sack bunt or hits and 5 for 5 with stolen bases. Haley Clifton, the right fielder, is hitting .359 with 22 ribbies, 4 doubles and a homer. Megan Rank is hitting .292 with 15 RBIs, 4 doubles and a homer. Lizzie Woods is only hitting .146 with 5 ribbies. She struck out 22 times. And Miley Forgave hitting .140 with 27 strikeouts also, and has had 5 RBIs. So some of the things I see there, Steve, are they've got a ton of extra base hits, but I'm not sure how many pitchers they've faced as good as Jules King. Right. And I think keys to the game for Big Red, before I turn it back to you, and then we'll give some Big Red stats as we go along. But keys to the game. Number one, can Jules be dominant? By that I mean, can she get close to, if not double-digit strikeouts? She's averaging about 13 or 14 a game, so it's very capable, even though this is a real good hitting team. Number two, can Big Red play a clean game? No errors, hardly, or maybe a basic error here or there, but nothing major. Smart mental game, too. Don't throw to a wrong base, field bunts, and then you got to watch wild pitches, pass balls. Another key to the game, Jules at times has had a little trouble in that first inning. Right. At John Marshall OVAC game, she walked the first three and then ended up pitching a no-hitter. Right. And I know against Dover, she gave up 2 or 3 runs in the first. Against Edison, she gave up 3 runs in the first. So whether she's too hyped up or her warm-up routine seems to have a little bit of trouble in the top of the inning there in the first, or in this case it'd be the bottom since Big Red is the visitors. So we got to make sure we get through that first inning, and then Big Red, as Gus has mentioned, just scrap and claw and get a run any way you can do it. It's going to be a real good close game, just like we felt John Glenn would be, and hopefully the Big Red will turn out with a W and move here to play Saturday's winner between Indian Valley and Chillicothe Uniado at 12 o'clock for a regional championship.
Right, Coach, and we also discussed on the way down too. Last 2 games, Big Red, was aggressive at the plate. Okay, maybe a little bit too aggressive at times. They were out in front of pitches a lot of times. Once they got their timing down in the last 2 games, they hit the ball hard. So hopefully, they could get a little quicker start on hitting the ball hard and putting it in play as opposed to what we saw the last 2 games. Right now, captains from both teams are out talking with the umpires, and those umpires for today's game behind the plate will be Gene Best. The umpire at first base will be Bruce Walker, and the umpire at third is Steve Christman. Are we going to go to break here, Dan, before we come back and get started? Okay, our VIP sponsors for today's game, again, and we will be listing them throughout the game as inning sponsors, but those VIP sponsors for this regional semifinal today are the Big Red Booster Club, the Toronto Booster Club, Apollo Pro Cleaning, National Colloid Company, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Tudor's Biscuit World, Water Transport, and Giannamore's Self-Storage.
Stay tuned. Your broadcast.
Are you looking for a quick and satisfying breakfast or lunch option? Look no further than Tudor's Biscuit World in Weirton. Our friendly staff is always ready to serve you with a smile. And our menu is packed with delicious options that are sure to satisfy any craving. From our signature biscuit sandwiches to our hearty breakfast platters, Tudor's Biscuit World has something for everyone. So come on in and join us for a meal that will leave you feeling full and happy. Tudor's Biscuit World, where great food and friendly service come together.
Attention all Steubenville High School Big Red fans. Are you looking for a way to support your favorite athletes and teams? Look no further than the Steubenville High School Big Red Booster Club. The Big Red Booster Club's mission is to enhance the Steubenville City Schools student athletes through a broad range of community programs and activities. From baseball to basketball, football to golf, soccer to softball, swimming to tennis, track and field to wrestling, the Big Red Booster Club supports it all. And now, you can be a part of the excitement. The Big Red Booster Club offers a variety of community programs and activities that you can participate in. And if you can't make it to the game, you can still watch us from anywhere. Our events are often streamed live, so you can watch us from the comfort of your own home. So what are you waiting for? Show your support for the Steubenville High School Big Red Booster Club and become a member today. Roll Red Roll.
And we are back here from Duncan Falls here. And here we talked about our VIP sponsors, and I want to interview one of the great VIP sponsors from Water Transport, Mr. Mike Keister. Mike, thank you very much once again for sponsors. And not only a sponsor, you got a great interest in this game day, right?
I do. I sure do. Thanks for having me on here. But yeah, Jules, Steubenville's pitcher, is my granddaughter, and it's a great opportunity. Really glad to be here.
Yeah, congratulate you and her mom and her. Jules, first team All-State name recently. That had to make you proud.
Oh, absolutely. That's an incredible accomplishment, and I proud doesn't even begin to say it all.
And then give you a shout out and you want to say anything about water transplant today?
Well, not really. I'm just glad I'm able to be a sponsor for this, and this is an important moment, and good luck to all the kids here.
All right, thank you. That's Mr. Mike Keister from Water Transport. Good luck today, Mike.
Okay, again, that was Jason Jenkins, who's our roving reporter today. So he'll be bringing you some interviews periodically throughout the game with different people. And we'll be going to him maybe for some plays to see his perspective from out on the field. We're seated here today on the first base side next to the Big Red dugout, so it's a little tough for us to see in the corner out here in right field. So Jason's going to be a big help with that. So again, that was Jason Jenkins. I'm Steve Daly. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play, and doing the Keller commentary for us today again is Coach Jim DiCarlo.
While we got a minute here, let's go ahead and give. We've done the starting lineups. Give some stats. For Big Red. Jules King leading off, and they're the visitors at 21-5. First time of a regional appearance for Big Red softball history. So history being made today. Jules hitting .523, scored a whopping 40 runs, has 45 hits and 9 ribbies. Sophia Zorni is hitting .235 and has scored 6 runs on the season. She's batting second. Cena Smith, the center fielder, is hitting .430 and has 27 ribbies, 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs, and got that big double in the last game and scored the tying run against John Glenn on Paige Madison's triple, who's batting fourth. She's hitting .368. She scored the winning run and had 26 on the season, 20 ribbies, 4 doubles and 3 triples. Sagan Cimarella hitting .303 with 27 RBI, 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Emily Tuttle, who hit a ground ball to get Paige Madison home, hitting .269 with 16 ribbies and 6 doubles. Bailey Bell is hitting .250 with 11 runs and scored and 14 ribbies. Jordana Vane hitting .167, and Gia Bowman hitting .208 with 18 runs and 7 ribbies. So Sheridan a little better in the offensive category stats, but I'm not sure they played as good a schedule. Big Red is well tested by the competition that they played this year. Unbelievable schedule. Not that Sheridan has it. One common opponent, Steve. Both played John Glenn twice. Big Red losing 2-0 in the first game, winning 2-1 in the district final game, the one that mattered. Sheridan beat John Glenn 1-0 game 1 and lost 6-5 game 2. Only common opponent throughout the year. And they played some good teams, too, including Athens, who was the #1 ranked team in the state last week. Circleville is a very good team. John Glenn twice, Tri-Valley twice. But I'm not sure too many teams have played Big Red's schedule, so nothing's going to faze them today.
Right. And again, we discussed on the way here today, pretty evenly matched teams here today. And again, you went down kind of the keys to victory for Big Red today, and it should be an exciting game.
I think whoever scores first is going to have a huge advantage. And I looked at the warm-ups in the Sheridan catcher. She's got a good gun, so Big Red may have to bunt runners along instead of steal runners along. Sheridan has 32 out of 34 stolen bases, so look for them to take some chances because you don't get that many runners off of Jules, and when you do, you want to try to steal a base, bunt them over, and manufacture that run coming home.
Right, absolutely. So right now they're finishing up the announcements for both teams, and we'll be going to the national anthem and getting ready to get started here soon. So we're going to go ahead and go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with live action.
In a time of crisis, Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Your health and safety is our top priority. Equipped to disinfect your home or facility with our award-winning Apollo 360 electrostatic disinfection process. Residential properties, offices, schools, retail spaces, factories, medical facilities, restaurants, transportation, and more. Apollo is here to help you combat the spread of COVID. Contact us today to find out how we can help serve you.
Clean floor to ceiling, Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Got a sidewalk that needs replaced, or maybe your roof is leaking? How about some new windows? Who do you call? Fort Steuben Maintenance, that's who. Commercial or residential, they can handle most any project, big or small. They also do new construction and renovations. So get a free estimate by calling Fort Steuben Maintenance today and get them started on your next project. 740-283-4890 for Fort Steuben Maintenance.
Are you running out of space in your home or office? Look no further than Gianna Moore's Self-Storage in Wintersville. Our facility offers safe and secure storage units in a variety of sizes to fit your needs. With 24/7 surveillance and easy access to your unit, you can have peace of mind knowing your belongings are protected. Plus, our friendly staff is always available to answer any questions you may have. Don't let clutter take over your life. Visit Gianna Moore's Self-Storage today and reclaim your space. Call us at 740-264-4601. That is 740-264-4601.
Are you tired of lugging heavy water bottles from the store to your home or office? Look no further than Water Transport in Hopedale, Ohio. For over 36 years, we've been providing premium quality water to the tri-state region. Our team is dedicated to delivering fresh, clean water right to your doorstep. With our reliable and efficient service, you'll never have to worry about running out of water again. Call us today at 740-264-9999 to schedule your delivery and experience the convenience of water transport.
Did you know you can get FDA-registered hand sanitizer and EPA-registered disinfectant cleaner locally? Well, you can. National Colloid has both. Get them now for your business or residence. They come in 55-gallon, 5-gallon, and 1-gallon sizes. Just call in your order and pick it up. There's no waiting. Call now, 740-282-1171. That's 740-282-1171. FDA-registered hand sanitizer and EPA-registered disinfectant cleaner locally at National Colloid. Call in today.
Okay, welcome back to, again, Philo High School Athletic Complex, site of today's regional semifinal matchup in Division II between Steubenville Big Red, the visiting team, and the Sheridan Generals, the home team. Real quick here, Sheridan today in their all-red uniforms with white pinstripes, and Steubenville Big Red today in their all-black uniforms, my personal favorite, with the red and white trim. For Sheridan in the field, starting off in the circle is going to be Cora Hall. Avery Mueller is doing the catching. Lizzie Woods at third. Peyton Powell at short. Miley Forgrave at second. Montana O'Brien at first. Katie Paxton in left field. Addison Gross in center field. And Haley Clifton in right field. This first inning is being brought to you by the Big Red Booster Club. Leading off for Steubenville Big Red, Jules King, the pitcher.
We said that Sheridan had a little better offensive stats. Definitely Big Red has the better pitching stats. Jules is the more experienced pitcher, being a senior. Cora here, the pitcher for Sheridan, only a sophomore.
King takes the first pitch, so it's 1-0 count. Second pitch, misses outside, 2-0. Again, Jules King, the slapper, leading off here for Big Red. So she's ahead in the count, 2-0.
Scoring first is important. Getting the leadoff hit on base is real important.
And Hall hits the strike zone there, so it's a 2-1 count.
Jules a threat for anything. She can lay down a bunt. Third baseman playing a little too deep, in my opinion. She also can slap and full swing.
That pitch also in for a strike, so 2-2 to King.
Probably going to punch here, slap, power slap here.
2-2 pitch, up high. Full count.
Good take. Pretty hard to take sometimes when you're on the move, Steve, and it's close. Nice discipline by Jules.
3-2 pitch, swung on, slapped down to third.
That's a hit.
Diving. Good stop by the third baseman, Lizzie Woods, but no chance of getting the speedy King there on that one. Nice placement on that slap as well, right, Coach?
You always want to try to get it to the 5-6 hole, and again, I think their defense is playing a little bit deep there. Anything's in store here. Jules, a tremendous base runner with good speed. Catcher's got a gun. So let's see if Gus is going to bunt her over or steal her. Zorni deep in the box here.
Sophia Zorni playing second base today, batting. She squares the bunt. She pulls back. King down the second. They say the throw's in time. They say the throw is in time.
I didn't think so either, Steve. But it was close. It was close.
It looked like a high tag to me, Coach. But
that's why Sophia Zorni was deep in the box. She was deep in the box because she wanted to move the catcher back and fake butted. Now she's up in the box here, so that kind of told them they were going to steal.
A 1 pitch to Zorni, outside, 1-1.
But Jules had a good jump, and I thought she beat the throw, but he's there and we're here, so.
Coach, just from this view, it looked like the turf actually held Jules up when she slid, and she got it right before she got on the bag.
Okay.
1-1 pitch, foul back by Zorni, so it's a 1-2 count. Surface here is a little bit different, Coach. Turf infield, but a grass outfield.
Same as Toronto High School, I believe. Baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason might have had a better view than us. Said that Jules might have not hit into the base because the turf held her up.
1-2 swung on by Zorni, fouled straight back.
But I sure don't think that's a bad decision by Gus. You want to try to manufacture runs. Jules has been ultra successful, and you got to take chances. The catcher just made a really good throw.
1-2 pitch to Zorni, swung on foul back as well. So Zorni's battling.
Only a freshman, hitting .235, playing second base for the Bread. On deck, Cena Smith, one of the stars of last week's game against John Glenn.
Hall with 1-2 pitch. Zorni swings on it, fouls that one straight back as well. So again, this is probably about 8 pitches into the...
Look how shallow the outfield is here. They either are scouted well or making mistakes.
Contact made here, hit to the shortstop, Peyton Powell. That's bobbled, not in time. So Zorni will reach on that.
We're going to give an error on that one. That was a nice at bat, just making contact, fouling good pitchers' pitches off till you get one to hit.
So as you mentioned, that'll bring up Cena Smith, the center fielder.
Now the left fielder's back, but the center fielder is way shallow, and Cena can run if she hits a gap, boy.
They're leaving quite a gap there. First pitch to Smith, outside, 1-0.
Coach, you were talking about the bat by Zorni. She caught, I believe, was that a changeup? She fought off a 3-2 changeup. Did a great job in an 8-pitch at bat.
Seemed like it was, Jason, a little off speed.
Just getting all those foul balls really makes an at bat. The advantage to the hitter when you foul that many off, Jace.
1-0 pitch.
Big Red Steve not being aggressive today like they were last week.
Right, being a little bit more patient in there. That pitch in for a strike, so it's 1-1 now to Smith. Paige Madison on deck. That pitch outside, 2-1.
Big Red has not swung at a first pitch. Zorni not a threat to steal here.
This one swung on, fouled straight back, evens it up at 2-2. Again, just one out here in the top half of the first. Sophia Zorni, the runner on first base.
Cena trying to put that over the left field fence. Pulled off a little bit with her eyes.
Hall winds and delivers. Swung on and fouled back.
I'm impressed with Big Red's timing. They must have had some good batting practice before they got here. Cena hitting .430, 27 ribbies, 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. We don't have stolen bases, but I'm sure she's got a ton of those. She's right up there with Jules King as a tremendous base stealer.
2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled straight back. So again, second batter in a row here. We see their timing is good. Their fouling pitches are fighting pitches off. Zorni probably a 9-pitch at bat, and right now to Cena Smith has got to be at least 8 or 9 pitches.
I'm not as good as Jason. I don't keep every pitch. He's tough, boy, when he's doing the box score. She's up in the zone a lot today, this pitcher.
2-2 pitch is outside, off the plate, 3-2, full count to Cena Smith.
Lots of people, Steve.
Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled straight back. Real nice crowd here today for a 2 o'clock game on a Wednesday afternoon.
A lot of them skipping work, and I'm sure there are people listening that shouldn't be at work, but that's okay. Hopefully their boss will exempt them today.
3-2 pitch. outside. So Big Red in business here with runners on first and second, 1 out. The shortstop, Paige Madison, coming up to bat.
Paige Steve is hitting .368, scored 26 runs, 20 RBI, 4 doubles, 3 triples. No more important one than last week against John Glenn in the top of the 7th.
First pitch to Paige, up high for a ball.
She has definitely got behind about every hitter.
Again, maybe something that Coach DiMarzio saw in scouting to take the first pitch this week. 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1.
Umpire very deliberate before he calls that strike. Can't really hear his call because the crowd noise is so much.
1-1 pitch, high and outside, 2-1.
Coach DiCarlo, you know, you talked about all year watching which way Paige Madison goes, her power. And I'm just looking right in center. They look really shallow to me. I don't know if they scouted it or not.
Yeah, I mean, some teams will do that, and I think they're too shallow today.
2-1, high and outside.
I got one more stat I'd like to say. 27 years, happy anniversary, Coach Daly and Janet Daly.
Thank you.
Ditto.
3-1 pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike.
Well, 2 pitches ago, Cora didn't like a call, wanted to know if it was up. Now Paige didn't like it. Full count, runners probably will not be going. 1 out.
3-2 pitch foul, back out of play.
Sometimes you like to go on 3-2. You get a walk, you get a contact, but I would not go here. Paige is notorious right field hitter. Also, they're playing her straight away.
3-2 pitch again, swung on, hit to the shortstop. That one's also booted. Peyton Powell could not get a grasp on that one, so that'll load the bases up for Steubenville Big Red with Sagan Cimarella, the catcher, coming up.
Well, that was a changeup. That's why she pulled that ball. Normally, she hits the ball to right field with anything speed-wise. Shortstop having kind of a tough inning. Let's see if they're going to play their infield back or they're going to cut this run off, not wanting to give Jules a lead early in Big Red. Sagan in at a .303 with 27 ribbies, 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs, and the game winner against University in an OVAC semifinal.
First pitch to Cimarella, in for a strike.
Again, I would say the infield's about halfway. You got a shot maybe, but they're not playing for the plate necessarily here.
0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1.
So a slow ground ball past the pitcher is going to be a run. Corners are fairly deep also. I don't think you squeeze here with the bases loaded.
1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1.
Hall's trying to understand the umpire's strike zone. When she's missing, it's not by a lot. Here's a chance for Big Red to get a crooked inning with 2 errors and an infield single.
2-1 pitch. Cimarella lifts this one to left field. It's going to drop in. That's going to score 1. Second runner coming around. And Smith will be in time. So Big Red takes a 2-0 lead here in the top half of the first inning on a Sagan Cimarella bloop single in shallow left field. That'll bring up Emily Tuttle, the designated player. So again, Big Red runners on first and second now, still 1 out.
April Minutfield wants time, want to get a courtesy runner in for the catcher, and Gus doesn't see it. April's going to get it here soon, I think.
First pitch swung on, foul back.
Now got Gus's attention, going to put a runner in for Sagan at first base. That was off the end of the bat, wasn't well hit. I think they had a chance at Cena at home if the pitcher doesn't cut that ball.
She's already out there.
Here comes number 10, Steve. Is that?
That is Emma Lyons. Emma Lyons will run for Sagan Cimarella.
Coach, you mentioned Sagan Cimarella. Just what a great year as a freshman. I mean, how many times has she come up with a big hit?
Clutch.
None bigger than right now.
Yep. 2-0 with Jules is like 5-0 with a lot of other teams. A couple errors, Jason, really hurt them this inning.
Yes, you're correct. I mean, a game like this, every mistake's going to hurt.
So 0-1 pitch here to Tuttle. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Sheridan averages 2 errors a game. They already have 2 errors with 1 out in the first inning this game.
That one swung on by Tuttle. 1-2 count.
I would say Cora Hall, my opinion, tops out about 57, 58. Jules King in the low 60s. Tuttle's made good contact this year.
This pitch up high, 2-2 count. Well, that one got away from Hall a little bit there. 2-2 pitch to Tuttle. Outside. So again, a full count. We've seen these Big Red batters take it to a full count the last 3 batters in a row.
Ton of pitches this inning by the sophomore pitcher.
3-2 pitch, swung on, lifted to right field. A little tough here for me to see.
She caught it.
But the right fielder, Haley Clifton, is able to get under it and make the play. Runner at second tags, and Paige Madison advances to third. So now it's runners at first and third. 2 outs. And Bailey Bell, the right fielder, coming up for Big Red.
Yeah, April wanted her to tag on that too. So you're off when the girl catches the ball, fair or foul, especially foul, you got to be back to the base. Once she catches it, go back to tag. When the throw went to third, she should have been at second. However, there's a pretty good shot that she can get there because I'm not sure they're going to throw down. I think they're going to appeal that she might have left early. And he's going to call her safe. So let's see what they do here. Pretty good speed on the corners. I'm going down at least in a delayed steal if it's me. Making them throw, I'd give up a run for an out here if I'm Big Red. I'd give up that out to score this run. So somewhere she's going to be going here.
First pitch to Bell, swung on and missed.
Now's the time to get down in the delayed steal at least. Get her to second if they don't throw. If they do, get in a pickle, let the run score.
0-1 pitch. Inside corner for a strike, 0-2.
Now really is the time to take a shot with 2 strikes. I would have gone. April's talking to her. I don't know if she wants her to go or not, but I got to believe she's got to be going here somewhere.
0-2 pitch.
Well, we'll never know.
Looking.
Okay.
So that'll end the top half of the inning. Steubenville Big Red scores 2 runs, and Sheridan will be coming to bat. We'll be right back.
The National Colloid Company has provided specialty chemical blending with exceptional technical service and application support for over 75 years. National Colloid provides chemicals to hundreds of customers and offers services including custom blending, packaging, and labeling. The National Colloid Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Got a sidewalk that needs replaced, or maybe your roof is leaking? How about some new windows? Who do you call? Fort Steuben Maintenance, that's who. Commercial or residential, they can handle most any project, big or small. They also do new construction and renovations. So get a free estimate by calling Fort Steuben Maintenance today and get them started on your next project. 740-283-4890 for Fort Steuben Maintenance.
Okay, welcome back. This first inning being brought to you again by the Big Red Booster Club. For Big Red in the field here, we'll have Jules King in the circle, Sagan Cimarella catching, Gia Bowman at third, Paige Madison at shortstop, Sophia Zorni playing second, Jordana Vane at first, Hillary Roush is a left fielder, Sienna Smith in center field, and Bailey Bell in right field. For the Generals this inning, the 1-2-3 batters leading off will be Montana O'Brien, batting second, Addison Gross, and batting third, Avery Mueller.
Last inning, Big Red had 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 big errors. Hall had a strikeout and a walk. Just what the doctor ordered for Big Red getting on top. That's why I like being the visitors in these big games. Normally, who scores first has a great advantage, especially with 2 really good pitchers. Montana O'Brien is hitting .444 with 37 runs scored, 20 ribbies, and 11 extra base hits. But again, I'm not sure how many pitchers that she's faced with Jules' velocity and movement. So here's where you want to shut the door, Steve. You scored 2, come out and shut the door if you're Big Red.
First pitch from King. Swung on and missed. 0-1. One from King. In for a strike. So again, Jules King ahead in the count, as she always does. She likes to get ahead in the count. She works fast. She works quick within that circle.
She's had some bad first innings, so this is a good sign.
0-2 from King. Swung on and missed. First strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Addison Gross, the center fielder.
It was pretty easy. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, huh? Gross is hitting .455 with 38 runs scored, 17 ribbies, and a whopping 14 extra base hits.
First pitch in for a strike.
She's also the center fielder. This is a girl you do not want to walk because she's 17 out of 18 when stolen bases. Big Red playing fairly shallow in center.
0-1 from King. Bunt popped up down the first base side. Got room. Nice diving attempt there by Jordana Vane. Not able to come up with that catch, but nice hustle play and attempt.
Very nice, very nice.
You talked about Jules getting a good early start, and so far, just first two, like these batters they're off. Their feet are off balance. I mean, she's doing the start that you want to talk about, Coach.
5 pitches, 5 strikes.
0-2 pitch from King. Swung on, foul back.
See, if I'm Sheridan, I'm going to choke up. I'm going to split grip. I'm going to do something to make contact, and she did. She took a little bit off of that swing. Got to put the ball in play if you're Sheridan. Jules probably could have a waste pitch here or two now. Don't want to throw anything real good. 0-2.
0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled.
So Big Red coming out a little patient today offensively, taking more pitches than I've seen him take the last 2 games. And it worked out well for them in the top of the first.
Again, 0-2 pitch from King. She went off speed there. Kind of a check swing.
Might as well check it. You have to ask the umpire to ask the first base umpire. Nobody's asked him yet. Now they do, and he's going to ask, and what's he going to say?
Okay. Says she does not go. So it's a 1-2 count now.
The first base umpire cannot give a signal until the third base umpire appeals to him. Well, I mean the home plate umpire.
1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back. Again, Jason mentioned it. These Sheridan batters look a little off balance here at the plate.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not choking a little bit more. Her swing is kind of a compact swing. She doesn't get real good extension, and that's probably a good thing for her against somebody like Jules, but she's not choking up much, and they're late.
1-2 just misses inside. 2-2.
Good location, good location. You can afford to nibble. Now go right after her, Jules. 2-2, now go after. You don't want to put this girl on by free pass.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul back.
Well, she's doing to them what Big Red hitters did to Hall in the first inning.
Right.
Being pesky, fouling about 4 pitches off now with 2 strikes.
See if Jules comes back with her patented outside corner here pitch, right?
Looks like she's going away. And a change up. I was
Slap
wondering.
that down to Zordy at second base. Throw over in time. Good job, Sophia, staying in front of that, making the throw over to first. So that's 2 outs now for Sheridan in the bottom half of the first, and that'll bring up Avery Mueller, the catcher.
After 4 changeups, she went to the off-speed pitch, got it up a little bit. Zorny snow-coned that one. It kind of took a funny hop on her, I think.
First pitch from King.
Mueller,
first strike.
Mueller, the catcher's hitting .486, 39 ribbies, and 20 extra base hits, including 14 doubles and 3 home runs.
0-1 pitch from King. A little bit low, looked like. 1-1.
Very close. This umpire seems to be a hitter's umpire. TV stations, people all over the place, just what a regional should be, huh?
1-1 pitch, fouled out of play.
First time ever the regional's been held here, and the reason is they just got AstroTurf last season. It's always been in Pickerington. I believe the state's going to try to do all AstroTurf fields in the future if they can.
Coach, between things we can't want to stay here.
1-2 pitch, popped up. Third baseman Gia Bowman comes in and makes the catch. So that'll end the first inning. Your score, Big Red 2, Sheridan 0.
I'm here, down here, Coach, with a good friend of Ohio Valley, good friend of yours, one of the best umpires I ever met, Mike Mavromatis. Mavy, you made the trips down, to catch Big Red, their first regional game. What do you think so far?
Oh, they're really play well for a young team.
And just the umpires. You're a veteran. What's it take to get the call for the regional game?
Oh, you got to get a lot of votes.
So these guys must be good if they get a lot of votes.
Yeah, they get a lot of votes.
Now, do you vote on it or the coaches?
No, the coaches, the ADs.
Well, I tell you what, Matt. Between this whole game, if I get an umpiring call, I'm going to come over and ask you a question.
That's all right.
All right, thank you. That's Mike Mavromatis here on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
He's one of the best umpires in the Southwest District, knows the rules about as good as anybody. These umpires today, I don't know any of them personally. They're from the Eastern District, and we always have 3 umpires in the regional game here.
Okay, so leading off the second inning, it's being brought to you by Apollo Pro Cleaning, is Jordana Vane. So Big Red will have the 8-9 one-hitters this inning.
Vane hitting at 167.
First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1.
Sheridan really not moving. Their outfield, they're straight away to every batter.
0-1 pitch to Vane. Swung on and missed. Hall went off speed there. I don't know if it was a change-up.
It was a change-up. Nice location, right down at the knees. Good pitcher's pitch.
0-2 pitch. Fouled back.
Don't see that too often. 2 change-ups in a row. I believe I didn't see any coach giving signals, so I think this catcher's calling on her own. I don't see her looking over to the dugout. Give a shout out to Thrifty Rental for today's game.
That pitch swung on and missed. So 1 out here, top half of the second. That'll bring up Gia Bowman.
It's Hall's second strikeout. Bowman a threat to bunt, good speed, good base runner. She's hitting .208 for the season, scored 18 runs.
First pitch. Bowman takes a ball, 1-0.
He's definitely not given that letter pitch. It may have been a little bit up, but anything high and up, most umpires aren't going to give you. They'll give you the low pitch more than the high pitch.
1-0 in, first strike, 1-1.
Yeah, a real quick interview here. I'd like to just go between pitches to one of our favorite announcers and co-hosts here. You anything you want to say to your father?
You're doing all right, but not as good as me.
This pitch popped up here by Bowman to the second baseman, Miley Forgrave, and she makes the catch. So two outs
again,
here.
Happy anniversary to Janet and Steve.
Oh, thank you. I'll give her this. She does know volleyball, Dan. She does know volleyball pretty well.
Janet was a pretty good center fielder for Catholic Central, Steve. Watch it.
First pitch to King here. She takes that. 1-0.
Jules had an infield single first time up. Got erased on a 2-6 put out on a steal on a very close play.
1-0 pitch to King. She slaps this one to left field. And under it is Katie Paxton for the third out. So no runs here for Big Red in the top half of the second. And we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Attention all Steubenville High School Big Red fans. Are you looking for a way to support your favorite athletes and teams? Look no further than the Steubenville High School Big Red Booster Club. The Big Red Booster Club's mission is to enhance the Steubenville City Schools student-athletes through a broad range of community programs and activities. From baseball to basketball, football to golf, soccer to softball, swimming to tennis, track and field to wrestling, the Big Red Booster Club supports it all. And now, you can be a part of the excitement. The Big Red Booster Club offers a variety of community programs and activities that you can participate in. And if you can't make it to the game, you can still watch us from anywhere. Our events are often streamed live, so you can watch us from the comfort of your own home. So what are you waiting for? Show your support for the Steubenville High School Big Red Booster Club and become a member today. Roll Red Roll.
Okay, welcome back to Philo High School Athletic Complex. The regional semifinal, Big Red leads 2-0. Bottom of the second, this inning being brought to you by Apollo Pro Cleaning. Leading off for the Generals is the pitcher, Cora Hall. First pitch to Hall, swung on and missed.
I look forward to this matchup. Cora's hitting .629. She's missed 10 games due to an injury earlier in the season, but has 20 extra base hits and 39 ribbies in only 19 games.
0-1 pitch up high, and Hall chases that, 0-2.
But I always feel a great pitcher neutralizes good hitters or even great hitters, and Jules is that. She's a great pitcher.
0-2 pitch from King. Up high, and Hall chases that as well. So another strikeout for Jules King, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Peyton Powell.
Her second. Good job by McConnell calling the pitches there. If you're going to swing at a pitch at your chin, and let's go a little higher and see if you'll go after that pitch too, and she did. Both pitchers now with 2 strikeouts.
First pitch from King, swung on and missed.
Dan, if you can't find me down here with Mr. Jason Harris at the hospitality tent. Thank you.
We're doing all the work and Jason's eating over there, huh, Steve?
Yeah, right. 0-1 pitch from King, just a little bit outside, so that'll even it up at 1-1. To Peyton Powell, batting for the Generals, the shortstop.
She's hitting .415 with 28 ribbies and 16 extra base hits. They got some big, strong girls if they make contact. The problem is Jules has good movement and velocity, and they're not making contact if you're a General fan.
The 1-1 pitch, Powell took looking, so it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch up high.
And Coach, not to cut you off, but you talked about it before. A great job Coach DeMarzio does the scouting. Hall, such a great hitter, but she chased 2 pitches out of the zone. I'm sure that was part of the scouting.
2-2 pitch from King, swung on, foul back out of play.
Yeah, they do a good job of positioning and pitch calling and being aggressive when you need to, and the short game. So Big Red's done a good job with all those assets of the game.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed.
That's right.
That should be
That should
strike
be three.
3. Yeah, Gus is letting them know. That's definitely strike 3.
Yes, that's strike 3.
I don't know what he's calling. Did he call illegal pitch? What did he call? Outside the pitch.
Okay.
During the pitch, you have to be within the confines of the pitching plate, which is 24 inches, and sometimes when you throw a ball movement pitch, you will step across, but you have to be totally out, and I wasn't really watching, but that's what he calls, so that's why it is a ball instead of a strikeout and puts it to a full count. Speaking of a couple of rules, while we got a second, last week's game, Steve, the girl from John Glenn got beaned. Had she been incapacitated, unable to run, you could have put a runner in her to finish. However, when she goes down 53 feet and walks to the bench, doesn't hit first base, that's why that was called an out last week. Also, in the New Philly game, we had one of the Big Red batters in the box. You're okay in the box if the catcher's going to throw to third if you're where you're at, but she actually retreated, made contact with the catcher. You don't have to throw it, so that was batter interference. Full count now, Steve, 1 out.
3-2 pitch from King. Swung on and missed. So Jules comes back and gets the strikeout. Doesn't let that rattle her. I don't know if she's ever had that called on her before, Coach. So
yeah, you have to be completely out of that there, and there's no lines. Like in college, they do draw the lines, but there's no lines there.
That'll bring up Haley Clifton, the right fielder. First pitch from King, swung on and missed.
Well, they're missing by a lot. She's hitting 359. You cannot, against Jules, just wail and try to hit one over the fence. You almost have to choke and poke at times off of her movement and velocity.
0-1 pitch from King. Swung on, foul back, 0-2.
Sagan set up inside. Jules hit the spot, and Clifton got jammed very well there. Jules with 3 strikeouts now in 2 innings, looking dominant in this game. 3 strikeouts, an easy ground ball to second, and a little lazy pop-up to third.
0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. So that'll end the second inning. Your score remains Steubenville Big Red 2, Sheridan Generals 0.
In a time of crisis, Apollo cares. At Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration, your health and safety is our top priority. Equipped to disinfect your home or facility with our award-winning Apollo 360 electrostatic disinfection process. Residential properties, offices, schools, retail spaces, factories, medical facilities, restaurants, transportation, and more. Apollo is here to help you combat the spread of COVID. Contact us today to find out how we can help serve you.
Clean floor to ceiling, Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Are you looking for a quick and satisfying breakfast or lunch option? Look no further than Tudor's Biscuit World in Weirton. Our friendly staff is always ready to serve you with a smile. And our menu is packed with delicious options that are sure to satisfy any craving. From our signature biscuit sandwiches to our hearty breakfast platters, Tudor's Biscuit World has something for everyone. So come on in and join us for a meal that will leave you feeling.
Leading off this inning for Steubenville Big Red is Sophia Zorni. First pitch to Zorni. Up high for a ball, 1-0. This third inning being brought to you by the National Colloid Company.
She had a great at-bat, fouled about 5 or 6 pitches off, reached on an infield error first time up.
1-0 pitch to Zorni.
Coach, after Zorni's at bat, I'd like to get Athletic Director John Arlesic, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So 1-1 count here to Zorni. That pitch is outside, 2-1.
We're in the top of the third. Big Red up 2-0.
2-1 pitch to Zorni, up high, 3-1.
She's very disciplined up there, swinging at strikes and taking pitches that aren't.
3-1 pitch. So Zorni draws the leadoff walk here to start the third inning. And that'll bring up Cena Smith, the center fielder.
All right, with athletic director, great guy, friend of our program, John. I mean, what a huge day this is for Steubenville Big Red and the softball team.
Oh, this is great. This is great for the girls, great for the community. You know, just another program that is, you know, becoming the pride of the valley. You know, the expectations are always high, and these girls are meeting them.
Well, just not a long trip to get here, but it's great to see a great crowd at 2 o'clock.
Oh, you always know Big Red Nation is going to travel. And it's a great job getting back on first base there. But no, the Big Red Nation is going to support anything. If it's softball, if it's baseball, if it's basketball, football, whatever. I'm talking the Big Red Nation will travel and support their young women and men, and like they always have and always will.
All right, thank you. It's Athletic Director John Arlesic. Back to the game.
Okay, at bat now for Steubenville Big Red. Shortstop Paige Madison. Cena Smith lined out to the first baseman, Montana O'Brien. Zorni was able to get back, so we have 1 out here, top of the third. Paige Madison takes that pitch. It's in for a strike, 1-1.
Paige reached on an error in the first inning, too. Those 2 big errors in the first inning led to 2 runs by Big Red.
This ball lifted to the shortstop, and Peyton Powell is under that to make the catch. So 2 outs now, top of the third. That'll bring up Sagan Cimarella, the catcher.
She had that little bloop single. Scored the 2 runs first inning. Got tons of important hits this year, clutch hits. Only a freshman. Tuttle on deck, only a freshman.
Cimarella swings at the first pitch for a strike.
And there was a freshman mistake, right? Over your head, you got to
Little
take
high.
that one, yep.
And Zorni on first, a freshman as well.
0-1 pitch, fouled straight back. So an 0-2 count now to Cimarella. Sophia Zorni on first.
Nice day here, overcast, 75-ish, little breeze, just beautiful.
0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled.
It looked like the ball was almost in the catcher's glove before she swung. A little late on that one. Winner of this game, Steve's going to play the winner of Indian Valley and Chillicothe Uniado, who will play at 5 o'clock today.
0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled, out of play.
And that game will be 12 o'clock this Saturday for a regional final with a state berth on the line to Akron. Sagan hit .303 coming into today's game with 27 ribbies, now has 29 ribbies, and still hitting over 300 with that hit.
0-2 pitch, swung on, fouled straight back.
See, I wasn't paying attention, but she is really choked with 2 strikes, and I like that approach. Let's make contact, choke up.
I tell you what, though, Coach, that 0-2 cut, that was, if she got a hold of it, that would have been one of her long balls.
Still takes a hearty swing, and you can do that as long as you have bat control. The more you choke up, the more bat control you have. But they've done a good job making pretty good contact with Cora today.
0-2 pitch, grounded towards second base. And up with it is Miley Forgrave, makes the toss over to Powell to get the third out. So after 2.5 complete, score remains Big Red 2, Sheridan 0.
The National Colloid Company has provided specialty chemical blending with exceptional technical service and application support for over 75 years. National Colloid provides chemicals to hundreds of customers and offers services including custom blending, packaging, and labeling. The National Colloid Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Now is the time of year to clean your home, so call Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration today. It's a toll-free call, 866-276-1418. 866-276-1418. It's carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, oriental rugs, pet odors. It's all done by trained and certified staff, too. Get your home clean with Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Call now, 866-276-1418.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third here being brought to you by the National Colloid Company. Sheridan will have the 7-8-9 hitters. Leading off will be the designated player, Megan Rank.
Give a shout out to our local umpires, Steve Seminara, Dan Kelly, Danny LaRue, Jeff Saunders, Bob McCombs, Lacey Dokes, Joe Bonoski, Bruce Dunn, Joe McFarland, Paul Duffy, Tom Bechtel, Paul DePasquale, Greg Saunders, Bob Gable, and Randy Gassaway.
First pitch to Rank is swung on and missed.
And I'm sure I'm going to miss some. Also, Steve, just so I don't forget, I'm going to shout out to Ray Suckoch, who's home recovering from some knee surgery. Hope you're feeling good, Ray. And just congratulate one last time Jerry Magistro and Spencer Bendel, who picked up their 400th wins this year, OVAC coaches at Martins Ferry and Edison, respectfully.
The 1 pitch from King was high and outside, so it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. So it's a 1-2 count here to Megan Rank.
She's hitting .292 with 15 ribbies and 5 extra base hits, including a home run.
1-2 pitch, swung on, foul, back out of play.
Also want to mention he's talked to Jason once, Mike Mavermatis, good rules interpreter, Southwest District, umpired thousands of games in the Ohio Valley before he moved toward Dayton.
1-2 pitch from King on the way.
Wow, close.
Low and
Hey,
outside.
standing here with Mavi, sorry, Steve. He said, for him to call that call, it must have been pretty blatant because without the lines like they have in college, they usually don't call that.
I agree, and I really wasn't paying attention.
2-2 pitch from King. In for a strike looking. So one out here, bottom of the third, and that'll bring up Lizzie Woods, the third baseman today.
Jules with 5 strikeouts so far in 2 1/3 innings. Lizzie hitting at 146 and has 22 strikeouts on the year. So, again, if I was their coach, I would be really choking here, as I'm not sure she's going to catch up with Jules.
First pitch from King is up high, 1-0.
But she's down on the handle. Jules has totally been dominant. 7 up, 7 down with 5 strikeouts.
Okay.
Mile late there, Steve. 1-1.
1-1 pitch here from King. Swung on and missed. 1-2.
Again, you cannot take that kind of cut against Jules King. You're just not going to catch up with it.
I remember back when you coached a team that faced the pitcher from Bloom Carroll.
Oh, yeah. Tara Avello.
And that pitch in for a strike looking. So there'll be 2 outs here.
We worked 1 week on that, putting the machine on 70-some. I mean, she was unbelievable. Went to the University of Washington, played in the College World Series, and we just choked, poked, did some slugging, scored 9 runs and had 11 hits, including 2 home runs and 3 doubles. And I think your daughter had 2 or 3 of those, too.
Batting now for Sheridan is Miley Forgrave. First pitch to her was swung on and missed, so it's an 0-1 count to Forgrave.
Sorry, Steve. She's struck out 27 times this year, only hitting 140. So Jules here, no off speed, just come right after, Jules.
0-1 pitch was outside.
Not choking up at all on the bat.
One pitch from King. Swung on and missed. 1-2.
Really helps. Jules has a no-hitter, and Big Red scored 2 runs. Takes a lot of pressure off you. 6 strikeouts and 8 batters, and a 1-2 count on number 9.
That pitch swung on and missed, so that'll end the 3rd inning.
Pretty easy line score, Steve, for Sheridan. No runs, no hits, 2 errors. Big Red has 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors.
We want to say thank you to our listeners out there. Tina Gary, Mel Roth, David Stringer, Clay Manning. Thanks for listening in. We appreciate it. Gotta say hi real quick here to my grandson, Talon. Talon Michael here taking in the game. Hi, buddy. There he is. See, wave to the camera. So we're going to move to the 4th inning here. Our 4th inning is being brought to us by Fort Steuben Maintenance.
I think he's going to take Cam's place. Cam was a holy terror when he was a little kid. I think your grandson's going to take his place in a few years. Cam used to dance when I would go watch him at games sometimes, watch volleyball and basketball when he was in the grade schools.
Leading off this inning for Big Red is Emily Tuttle. She takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Emily flew out the right last time.
0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Change up. So it's an 0-2 count. Big Red will have the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up to this inning. Oh-2 pitch to Tuttle. Swung on, grounded second base. Forgrave up with it, makes the throw over in time for the first out.
It was a tough hop. She made a nice play. Emily Tuttle caught up to that fastball. After the changeup, she caught up to that fastball.
That'll bring up Bailey Bell, the right fielder.
Bailey was one of Big Red's 2 strikeout victims back in the first inning.
First pitch.
Close to be out in the box there. Nobody saw it, I don't think. So
Bell attempted to lay the bunt down, fouled it off.
Gus turned his back there. I think he knew too. He's smiling down there. I liked it. You strike out last time. Try to get on any way you can.
0-1 pitch to Bell. Up high. 1-1.
Bell hitting a respectable 250, only a freshman, scored 11 runs and had 14 RBI with good foot speed.
1-1 pitch from Hall. High, 2-1. Two-one pitch, swung on, lifted, shallow right field, second baseman Forgrave out to make the catch. So 2 outs here now in the top half of the 4th inning, and that'll bring up Jordana Vane.
She also struck out in the top of the 2nd. Hall with 2 strikeouts, Steve, which is a good thing for Big Red. They've only struck out 2 times. We're in the 4th inning. Sheridan struck out 7 times already in 3 innings.
First pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1 count here to Jordana Vane.
She's kind of pulling off there, Steve. She's got to keep her eyes down and in, not out and up.
Oh, 1 pitch, swung on and missed as well. 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. She tries to lay this down, foul back, and caught by the catcher, Avery Mueller. I want to also give a shout out to baby Melanie for watching every game from home since the day she was born. Thanks for watching,
between
baby.
innings, Coach, I want to give a shout out to Dora, DeMarzio, and Dawn Rouse, big Red listeners and watchers. Gus's mom and Hillary's grandfather. Thanks for tuning in. But right now, I got a super fan here. Jules' mom, Megan Keister King.
Yes.
Megan, just you got to tell me. I mean, first team All-State. I mean, the stuff she's been through, lost a year to COVID, just phenomenal. You have to be a proud mom.
I am. She's worked very hard for this. She's overcome a lot. She's probably been pitching since she was 9. We switched her to lefty when she was 9. Mr. DiCarlo actually had a hand in that, and I told her she should have made that comment in her little conversation at OVACs. But she has worked very, very hard. We have lost a lot of summers to this sport, and she is due. So I'm very proud of her.
She's done great, and she graduates today.
She does. She walks the Harding Field at 8 o'clock today. We have to rush back and get back to put the gown on.
Yeah,
hopefully over top a winning uniform.
Right, and then we'll be back here Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Leading off the bottom half of the 4th here for the Generals is Montana O'Brien. And right now she faces a 1-1 count. She took the first pitch, swung on and missed the second pitch. This 4th inning being brought to you by Fort Steuben Maintenance. The 1-1 pitch to O'Brien, swung on and missed. 1-2.
She was a strikeout victim back in the first.
So this is the second time through the order now for the Generals. So we'll see how they have adjusted to Jules, if they can. 1-2 pitch to O'Brien, swung on and missed for the strikeout. So now bring up the 2-hitter, Addison Gross, the center fielder.
Want to wish good luck to Oak Glen Lady Golden Bears, who are in the state tournament. They were losing last that we heard in game 1, 6-1. And they would be playing a second game today, win or lose.
A bunt attempt here is popped up down the first base line, and Jordana Vane makes the heads-up play on the popped-up bunt from Gross. So that'll bring up Avery Mueller, the catcher.
I knew it was over Jules' head. I wasn't sure if Jordana would get there, and she did. Probably a good idea. The way you're striking out your team, try something to get on.
First pitch swung on by Mueller, fouled out of play.
She popped up to third last time. Good hitter, hitting .486 with 39 ribbies and 20 extra base hits.
0-1 pitch to Mueller, swung on, popped up. And Gia Bowman's there to make the play and end the 4th inning. So after 4 complete, Steubenville Big Red leads 2-0.
Apollo Cares at Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Your health and safety is our top priority. Equipped to disinfect your home or facility with our award-winning Apollo 360 electrostatic disinfection process. Residential properties, offices, schools, retail spaces, factories, medical facilities, restaurants, transportation, and more. Apollo is here to help you combat the spread of COVID. Contact us today to find out how we can help serve you.
Clean floor to ceiling, Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Are you running out of space in your home or office? Look no further than Gianna Moore's Self-Storage in Wintersville. Our facility offers safe and secure storage units in a variety of sizes to fit your needs. With 24/7 surveillance and easy access to your unit, you can have peace of mind knowing your belongings are protected. Plus, our friendly staff is always available to answer any questions you may have. Don't let clutter take over your life. Visit Gianna Moore's Self-Storage today and reclaim your space. Call us at 740-264-4601. That is 740-264-4601.
Welcome back to Philo High School Athletic Complex, regional semifinal where Big Red leads 2-0 in the top half of the 5th inning. This 5th inning being brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World. Leading off for Big Red this inning is Gia Bowman. First pitch to Gia is taken for a strike. Shout out to my son Hayden, who's at home watching. He said it's the first time he's seen Jules pitch, and he said she is a beast.
Gia popped the second last time up.
Gia hits this one to left field, but there to make the play for the Generals is Katie Paxton. Katie was playing up. She opened up, got underneath that one. It was hit well by Bowman.
Good drop step, maybe the hardest hit ball of the game for Steubenville.
So that'll bring up the top of the order for Steubenville Big Red, Jules King.
She's had an infield single and flied out to left field also. A threat to bunt.
First pitch to King, taken for a ball.
Definitely showed bunt there. Third baseman creeping in just a little, but she's still too deep. If Jules bunts, she can beat this out. She gets one of her good bunts down.
1-0 taken as well. So it's 2-0.
You like to be aggressive, but I would have the take on here. Get her on any way you can.
2-0 in for a strike.
She was taking, and that was a good pitcher's pitch. Still have a potential of a bunt here.
2-1 pitch, slapped, trouble off of the glove of the pitcher, and King will be in there safely. It was a tough play for Cora Hall.
I didn't really see it. I was screened with the on-deck hitter, so we're going to give her a base hit off the pitcher's glove then?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. So that'll bring up Sophia Zorni.
Well, Jules got thrown out, but she's still a threat to steal. But Zorni's up in the box, which leads me to believe she won't, and he's bunting, which isn't a bad idea here. Not a bad idea. Try to get her in scoring position for Cena to get a third run home. If Zorni doesn't reach or move Jules, I look for Gus to steal here with 2 outs. If she can move her along or get a base hit, that would be good.
So 0-1 pitch to Zorni. She does lay this one down. It rolls foul.
They would have never had her either. Beautiful bunt, but the angle was just off.
She did lay that down very softly. It almost died, but just barely rolled up foul.
And if you notice too there, Coach, there was no way that left fielder was getting there in time. Jules was on her way to third.
Oh, yeah. Well, it shouldn't be the left fielder. It should be the pitcher going over there, but they don't do that, or the third baseman, whoever doesn't field it.
0-2 pitch to Zorni outside.
Zorni did a great job battling the first time up. Got on an error, walked the second time up. 2 good at-bats today.
She fouls this one off.
Good pitcher's pitch, good waste by Zorni. If you're Sheridan, you can ill afford to give up any more runs the way Jules is pitching. If you're Big Red, you're looking for insurance. Never have enough.
Hall winds, delivers, swung on and missed. So 2 outs now here, top half of the 5th. That'll bring up Cena Smith.
Now, she's a threat, Steve, to hit a gapper to score Jules, but I would be taking a chance somewhere and going. I'd take a shot of stealing at this hitter. Well,
Smith swings on the first pitch.
Is it going to the foul?
On the right field side.
Foul ball. We can't see it, but it dropped. Yeah. I would want to try to get Jules in scoring position, even though she got thrown out. And if not, if she doesn't make it, then you got Cena leading off the next inning.
0-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted towards center field. Back is the shortstop, Powell, and she'll make the catch.
And we're here over with one of Big Red's parents here. We'll get one of the parents' view. We talked to him about his daughter who got hurt earlier in the year. She's rehabbing. Hikem, how's Sadie coming along?
She's coming along good. She's off her crutches. She's able to bend the knee at 90 degrees. So she's doing real good right now.
I heard she was doing a windmill still already.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. So look forward to seeing her next year.
Oh, me too. I'm dying right now.
All right, Hikem Edwards.
So we move here to the bottom of the fifth. This fifth inning being brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World. And again, I want to send a shout out to baby Melanie for watching every game from home since the day she was born. Want to make sure we got that one in there.
Well, if Hikem is dying, I can imagine what Sadie's doing. If you're a kid, you want to be playing in these games.
Absolutely.
She's such a good kid.
Competitors want to play when the competition gets the most fierce.
Such a talented player, such a good kid, and it's just a shame that she got to play one game this year and is done for the season. So, well, 4, 5, 6, Steve.
Yep, 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Generals here. So Cora Hall will lead it off.
Jules so far, 8 strikeouts, her average, 2 an inning for 4 innings, and a perfect game to this point. Don't want to jinx her, but hasn't given up a hit, hasn't given up a base runner, just been totally dominant. This is one of the big hitters for Sheridan.
First pitch to Hall. Little high, 1-0. King winds, delivers, up high as well. 2-0 pitch, 2-0.
The one adjustment Hall's made so far, she swung at 2 pitches up by her eyes last time. She's taken both of these up pitches. Now Jules is going to have to come into the zone here.
2-0 pitch to Hall. In for a strike.
Big Red outfield way deep. Look at the right fielder. You can almost not see her. She's so deep.
2-1 pitch. In for a strike as well. So King works her self back to an even count here. See if she comes in and jams her here, coach. No, this one high. So it's a full count to Cora Hall.
We're in the bottom of 5. Still 2-0 Big Red. They scored 2 unearned runs in the top of the first.
In this 5th inning being brought to you by Tudor's Biscuit World. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. So King gets the strikeout of Hall. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Peyton Powell.
She was also a strikeout victim. One of Jules's 9 now. No walks in the game. Great command when she needs to be.
First pitch from King. Outside corner for a strike.
Tell you what, Dan Vogel never stops. He's the producer extraordinaire.
Dandy Dan.
A 1 pitch from King. Swung on, fouled. Jules ahead in the count.
They're all sitting right here. The whole team's right there.
Peyton Powell is hitting .415 for the season with 28 ribbies. Bunch of extra base hits, but nobody can hit the ball at all hardly.
0-2 pitch from King. Outside corner. Catchers are looking for another strikeout. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Haley Clifton.
Well, we said we thought keys to the game would be Jules getting double-digit strikeouts. That was number 10. And we're only in the 5th inning.
First pitch here from King. Swung on, foul back. Again, Big Red leads here 2-0. Bottom of the 5th. 0-1 pitch from King. Outside corner for a strike. 0-2. Again, beautiful setup here at Philo Athletic Complex. Perfect setup for tailgating. I was talking to somebody earlier about that. You could see the field from there. This pitch swung on, grounded down the 3rd. Gia Bowman up with it, throw over to Vane for the out. So that'll end the 5th inning. Your score remains Steubenville Big Red 2, Sheridan nothing.
Got a sidewalk that needs replaced, or maybe your roof is leaking? How about some new windows? Who do you call? Fort Steuben Maintenance, that's who. Commercial or residential, they can handle most any project, big or small. They also do new construction and renovations. So get a free estimate by calling Fort Steuben Maintenance today and get them started on your next project. 740-283-4890 for Fort Steuben Maintenance.
Thank you, National Colloid, for sponsoring this broadcast. A National Colloid company with over 75 years in the chemical industry can take care of all your chemical blending needs.
Welcome back. Top half of the 6th inning. The 6th inning being brought to you by Water Transport. Steubenville is going to send to the plate their 4, 5, 6 hitters. So leading off will be Paige Madison.
Paige has reached on an air and popped out the shortstop and her 2 times up.
First pitch to Madison, taken for a ball. One-0 pitch from Hall, up high, 2-0.
In case you're just joining us, first inning, Jules got an infield single, got thrown out trying to steal. Zorni Sophia reached on an air. Smith walked.
2-0 pitch in for a strike.
Paige Madison reached on an air, and with 1 out and bases loaded, Sagan Cimarella, who's up next, dinked a single into left field for the only 2 runs of the game.
This pitch swung on, popped up. First baseman Montana O'Brien in to make the catch in foul territory. So again, that'll bring up Sagan Cimarella, the catcher.
Hall hasn't pitched a bad game, Steve, but the difference is Jules has 10 strikeouts. She has 2, even though both runs are unearned.
First pitch to Cimarella, swung on and missed. We talked on the way up too, Coach. Sagan as a defensive catcher, catching Jules King. For a freshman, she does a pretty nice job handling Jules' pitches. 0-1 pitch. Sagan tried to lay down a bunt, popped it back foul.
Sagan has pretty nice speed too. Little faster than your daughter as the catcher, right?
little faster than her dad was too. Joe Slug Cimarella, assistant coach for Big Red. 0-2 pitch, hit sharply into left field, lined over the third baseman. So Sagan's going to reach first with a single into left field, and that's going to bring up Emily Tuttle.
Might have had a chance to go 2 on that. Well, not sure here. Emily, good contact hitter. Gus might want to sacrifice, get her in scoring position.
She does lay down the bunt, gets it down, picked up by the pitcher, Hall, throw over to first. She'll get Tuttle at first, but that'll advance Sagan Cimarella to second base. So 2 outs now here, top half of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Bailey Bell.
I like the move. Sometimes people say, man, 1 out, you're giving up an out to just move a runner. Yeah, get her in scoring position. Now a single's going to score her. And they're not running for Cimarella this time. They're leaving her run. They courtesy ran for her in the first.
First pitch to Bell, swung on, popped up. Avery Mueller was under it, but Montana O'Brien comes in at the last second and makes the catch in foul territory. So that'll end 5.5 here. Score remains 2-0, and we're going to go to Jason Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm here with Coach Dusty Braun, Indian Valley Braves, right?
Yes, sir.
Coach, coming up next, another regional semifinal against Chillicothe Unionado. Just congratulations, first of all, winning your district, Coach. And what a big day for school. And just tell me about the preparation and, what to expect today out of your girls.
Yeah, we're proud to be here. We're probably a year away. We got 11 juniors on the team. We think we outperformed ourselves here, but we're excited. We've been excited to prepare here for this week, and it's been a good week of practice.
Yeah, you've seen both of these teams this year, right? Or
Yes. We played Big Red down at Edison, and I actually went and saw Sheridan play twice, once against John Glenn and once last week, Thursday at OU in the district finals.
So pretty much going like you expected.
Yeah.
Post game.
I think you get a good pitcher, and I think Sheridan's young, Big Red's young, but you get a senior pitcher, Bulldog out there, you're going to get a different result.
And what do you know about Chillicothe team you play?
I only seen them play once. We don't know much other than we were impressed with a couple of their hitters at the top half of the order, and we think we're prepared.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate your time and good luck.
Hey, thank you.
Coach Dusty Braun, Indian Valley Braves.
Okay, so leading off here, bottom half of the 6th inning is going to be Megan Rank, the designated player. Again, as I mentioned before, this 6th inning is being brought to you by Water Transport. First pitch to Rank, swung on and missed.
All three of these guys, these gals coming up this inning struck out the first time up. So Jules working with 10 strikeouts so far. We're in the bottom of 6th, 2-0 as it was in the top of the first, still Big Red.
1 pitch, swung on and missed. So again, Sheridan has their 7, 8, 9 hitters here.
We're not in the greatest angle, but Jules's balls must be moving. It's kind of like Lizzie Kell. Hits that corner and just goes to the other batter's box. How do you hit it?
0-2 pitch, up high, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for the senior, Jules King. And that'll bring up the 8-hitter, Lizzie Woods.
And I like that call there. 0-2, waste. See what happens with the waste there. And she went after it.
First pitch to Woods. Outside corner for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch from King. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
Come on, Jules. Finish.
Crowd mic up a little bit there.
See if she wastes here, Steve.
0-2 pitch, she does.
And I like it. No reason to lay it. Right down the middle, 0-2 with her command. I'm a little surprised Big Red's not shading to right center field more with their outfield and infield.
1-2 pitch is just outside, so count moves to 2-2.
Because these bottom hitters are a little late on Jules.
Two pitch from King. And she caught Woods looking for the 3rd strike. So 2 outs now, bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up Miley Forgrave.
Coach, what a beautiful pitch. Fed her outside 2 in a row and busted 1 inside for strike 3. Caught her totally off guard. How many strikeouts is that now?
Number 12.
Bunt laid down, first base.
Whoa.
Jordana Vane had to come up.
See if they get an appeal here. They're going to ask for an appeal. She might have tagged her, and the home plate umpire might have had a better view. And I think he's going to give her an appeal. Let's see what we get.
So she push bunted that down the first base line. Jordana Vane rushed up, fielded it, attempted to make the tag on the runner. First base umpire called that she missed the tag. Appealed to the home plate umpire, who also says she is safe.
Well, so that's going to be listed as a hit. You got to give a hit on that.
First hit of the game for the Generals here in the bottom of the 6th. First base runner.
Down here on the first base line, right by, I know, it looked like she got her.
So that brings up Montana O'Brien, top of the order here for the Generals. She swings on that first pitch for a strike.
She's a power hitter. She's got 11 extra base hits, including 2 home runs, but she hasn't been close today on Jules. Struck out both times up.
0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. You can see the frustration there as well, as O'Brien chased that outside pitch, but unable to catch up to it.
Again, you don't want to be too good here. You're 0-2. Make her hit your pitch, Jules.
King goes high with that one. Runner takes off, and she'll reach second base uncontested. So the Generals with a runner in scoring position. A 1-2 count with 2 outs to Montana O'Brien, the leadoff hitter for the Generals. That one swung on and missed. So that'll end the threat. So after 6 complete, the score remains Steubenville Big Red 2, Sheridan Generals 0. And we'll be right back.
So you're driving the kids to school and you have to turn up the radio just to drown out the horrible sound your car's making. Who knows what you need? You're driving along without a care in the world. Then you notice the engine light comes on. Who knows what you need? You dread having to stop at red lights because your car sounds like it's screaming in pain. Who knows what you need? Napa Auto Care Center in Wintersville knows what you need. They're an established and reputable shop. They know engines, transmissions, brakes, alignments, and anything else your vehicle needs. They know what you need. Do you need the number? 740-346-2120. Thanks a lot for following us at Ohio Valley Sports Online. Why not visit our webpage at ohiovalleysportsonline.com? It's the way to go for sports fans around the globe to follow your favorite local sports teams.
This broadcast is brought to you by Ohio Valley Sports Online, your sports authority. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instantly notified when we go live on our next broadcast, only on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Okay, welcome back to the 7th inning here, which is being brought to you by Gianna Moore Self-Storage. Leading off for Big Red here in the top of the 7th is Jordana Vane. She has a 1-1 count on her at the moment. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2.
Jordana's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out to the catcher.
One-two pitch to Vane. Foul tip, but held by the catcher, Avery Mueller. Good job by the Generals catcher. That'll bring up Gia Bowman. Again, the 7th inning being brought to you by Gianna Moore Self-Storage. First pitch to Bowman was a changeup. She was ahead of that, hit off the end of the bat, foul down the first base line.
So far, Big Red in with 4 hits, evenly divided by Sagan Cimarella and Jules King.
0-1 pitch to Bowman, swung on and missed. That pitch up high. So it's an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 pitch, swung on, popped up.
Catcher gonna make
Mueller
the play.
under it, and she'll make the play.
Boy, that's about 3 or 4 foul ball pop-ups. First base, catcher. Yeah.
Right. So that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jules King.
Now let's see if we can get Jules on, steal a base, and get a bloop single or something to get her home. If she gets on, I can almost guarantee Gus is going to steal her somewhere.
First pitch from Hall, swung on by King, fouled back and out of play.
Hall has 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. So far, Jules with 13 strikeouts and no walks in the game. That's the difference, Steve.
0-1 pitch here to King. Up high, 1-1.
Jules a triple threat last time, tried to bunt once. Now is full swinging, at least on the last pitch, and is a power slapper.
She'll lay this bunt down, and it goes foul on third base side.
So hard to defend. I mean, she can hit the ball over the outfielder's head, hit a gapper on a punch or an infield single on a power slap or punch, a soft slap, and then lay that bunt down, and you have no way to defense her.
So King will step back in with a 1-2 count. 2 outs, top half of the 7th inning. Big Red leading 2-0. King calls for time. Steps out.
Now, she got called out last game in John Glenn, just to let the people know you have to be totally out of the box.
She slaps this one back straight to the pitcher Hall, who makes the catch. So that'll end the top half of the 7th. And we're going to keep it here for right now. This 7th inning being brought to you by Gianna Moore Self-Storage.
John also has his fireworks shop open too. So in Bantam Ridge Road, if you're looking for some fireworks, check out. Okay, are we still here, Dan? Okay.
We are still here, okay. But we are having some technical difficulties.
Okay.
But Dan Vogel's right on top of things.
Well, he's calling
back
Jason.
Okay.
All right, so Jules was totally out of the box. In college, in case you're wondering, any part of your foot that's out of the box, you're out on a slapper or anyone. In high school, you have to be totally out. We don't know if she was or wasn't. We were screened. Also, we had a John Glenn girl get called out for leaving early last week. We know that there are some new fans watching that maybe don't know the rules of softball. You have until the pitcher releases, you have to keep your foot on the base. So on the release, you can still be in motion as long as your foot's on the base. So Jules with 1 hit, that infield bunt single last inning on a questionable call. And now do or die for Sheridan, bottom of 7, Steve. 2-3-4.
Right, Addison Gross leading off. Go ahead, Jason.
We got Coach Rob Hall from Chillicothe. How do you say it, Coach?
Oh, pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Coach, I got to talk to Coach from Indian Valley and both coaches from this game. Just first of all, congratulations for making it to the district. And, you can tell us a little bit about your team. We don't know much.
I'll tell you, it's a team full of juniors, really. We're seasoned. We play with a lot of confidence, a lot of speed, and we put together a pretty good season. We're happy to be here, and we played a lot of tough competition this year, so we're looking forward to it.
Well, I appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
So the leadoff hitter, Addison Gross, bunted and was thrown out. So now batting for the Generals is Avery Mueller, the catcher, and she has an 0-2 count on her. 0-2 pitch from King, up high, throwaway pitch that Mueller takes, 1-2.
Mueller's popped up to Bowman both times at third base.
This one swung on, blooped. Wow. Oh, nice play. Paige Madison, the shortstop, going back into shallow left field to make a jumping catch of that little bloop shot hit by Mueller. So there's 2 outs now. The Generals down to their last at bat. The pitcher, Cor Hall, the number 4 hitter.
They're going to walk her, Steve.
They're going to put her on to bring up the 5 hitter, Peyton Powell, the shortstop.
That was a big play by Paige, so the tying run doesn't come up to the plate. Well, now you do have the tying run up to the plate, but 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 1 more to go for Big Red to come back here at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Powell struck out twice.
First pitch to Powell. In for a strike. 0-1. Again, King working that outside corner there.
Coach, you got to be thinking about a player of the game, too.
Oh, I got one.
0-1 pitch.
I definitely got one.
A ball, 1-1. Looks like she just missed there on the inside. One pitch from King. High. That one kind of got away from Sagan a little bit there. She bobbled that, but the runner stayed at first.
I like the decision there because you're not the tying run. You don't want to get thrown out to end the game, even though you'd like to take the force off. Jules looking like she wants to switch softballs, and she's allowed to ask and get a new one or a different one.
He didn't give her one.
He didn't give it to her? Wow. Well, I mean, he might. I don't. He doesn't have another one in his pocket. He said, "Okay." That's nuts. Okay.
I think Jules was saying there was something on the ball. At any rate, 2-1 pitch, swung on, driven to left center field. That's going to get to the fence. Hall's going to come around to score.
They're going to get her. They're going to get her.
They're going to get her.
Ball game.
Peyton Powell is thrown out. She railed through second base as if she was going to run to third. They got the ball in quickly, made the throw to third, causing her to go back to second, caught in the rundown. She's tagged out. So that will end the game. Steubenville Big Red 2, Sheridan 1.
Sheridan, 1 run on 1 hit.
Once again, Coach, what a great play. Cena Smith in center field getting to that ball.
Paige Madison faked as though she was maybe going to go home, and I think the runner there, Peyton Powell, thought the throw was going to go home and overround second base, which you really can't do in that situation. So I've got a line score here. Big Red, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Jules King, the winner, with 13 strikeouts and 1 intentional walk. And for Sheridan, 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors. And Hall had 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. And we've got Jules King as the player of the game, and Jason's going to get her and give her that T-shirt.
And I'm going to go ahead and run through our sponsors again for today's game. Our VIP sponsors for today's game were the Big Red Booster Club, the Toronto Booster Club, Apollo Pro Cleaning, National Colloid Company, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Tudor's Biscuit World, Water Transport, and Gianna Moore's Self-Storage.
What is it, Dan?
Yeah, I think Jason was going to get
there.
Jules right now.
Yeah, we do want to talk to Jules.
But I'm going to go ahead and cover our sponsors that have brought us games all year. Okay, while we wait for that. Guida Law Offices, AT&T on Sunset, Barrel Ford, Barrel Toyota.
We're going to talk to Jules now before they do the ceremony or whatever they're doing.
All right, Coach, here with, once again, outstanding performance. Our player of the game, our first team All-State, graduating today, Jules King. Excellent job, Jules. Once again, in command from the very early. You know, we talked about early some of the games where you struggled a little bit in the first, but you came out and took control from the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, that first inning has been huge for us. We've been working on that practice. We have to stay even, is what we've been saying. Start strong, finish strong, and you finish.
Do what you do.
Yeah.
Right? That's right.
Jason, just tell her I'm glad she's got a shirt that says "Player of the Game" on it now.
I have to.
By Target.
I know. I have
right?
to.
Okay.
I know that's the first one I've got that says "Player of the Game." So I have
and
2
maybe
others.
your size, a medium.
Hopefully a medium.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's your size. And great job of keeping your composure. I mean, that call, that first time I heard it all year, but you battled right back and came right back to it.
Yeah, just have to stay focused on our goal and be ready for the next one.
Well, I'll let you get with your team and celebrate. Congratulations, and congratulations on graduating.
Thank you.
See you Saturday.
Yep.
Again, so that again with Jules King, our player of the game. Coach, you have any more stats you want to run through?
I really don't. We gave 4 hits. We'll just talk about, wait a minute, let's go back to our man Jason with Gus DiMarzio. Congratulations, Gus, if you can hear us. Okay.
Yeah, Coach D said congratulations, Coach.
Originator.
I still get chills. I got goosebumps right now, Coach.
Yeah.
Just a great job.
Yeah.
Uncharted territory, and it keeps going.
That's all we're asking for. I told you before the game, 1 more run, 1 more out. I mean, I know it looks really dumb what I did with Cora Hall, but I was worried about her getting 1 swing of the bat and then it going out and then that girl doing what she did.
Right.
So I figured I'm going to eliminate 1 because the next hitter had struck out, I think, 3 times. So I just felt the need to say that because a bunch of people yelled, "You almost blew it," when I was walking out. Jimmy's heard that before.
But you know what? Once again, it just shows the composure of your team. The girl hits a shot in the gap. Cena goes over and gets it. Paige makes a fake like she's going to throw, keeps her head, gets to grow out a second. Just all year, your team has never got nervous. Remember I say never get nervous, never panic?
Yes.
They didn't do it
They
at all.
did, no, we try to just stay even. You know, there's that roller coaster of emotions. You know, you got to try to, not the highest peak or the lowest low, stay in the middle and just keep on plugging, and we did. So I'm happy. One more game, anything can happen, right?
Well, we'll see you Saturday. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. I want you to know that. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Go celebrate with your team.
So as Gus mentioned there, we'll be back here at noon on Saturday. Opponent yet to be determined. Again, thank you to our sponsors, the VIP sponsors for today's game, Big Red Booster Club, Toronto Booster Club, Apollo Pro Cleaning, National Colloid Company, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Tudor's Biscuit World, Water Transport, and Gianna Moore Self-Storage. Our sponsors that have been with us all year long and help us to pay our bills and bring you these outstanding high school athletic events. Guida Law Offices, AT&T on Sunset, Beryl Ford, Beryl Toyota, Tudor's Biscuit World, Total Sports Connection, Signs Limited, Capital Recovery System, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Hummel Construction, Barium Chemicals, Edge Sports, Franciscan University, Best Western at Franciscan Square, Trinity Health Systems, Bennigan's, Stickles Law Office, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW number 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, J.C. Pest Control, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Anthony Mining, Apollo, Isla Law Offices, Burt's Hot Dogs, Dr. John Figgle, Ohio Motor Group, Spuds Parkview Inn, Naples Spaghetti House, Target Shop, Soft Tight Federal Credit Union, National Colloid Company, Black River Logistics, Tees Electric, Lancia Villa Royale, Bradley Lawnscape, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, the Viking Social Club, Swearingen Bat Company, Economy Lawn Care, Main Street Bank, Steubenville Country Club, and Rawson Mulch and more. This has been Ohio Valley Sports Online. This is Steve Daly signing off with Jim DiCarlo, Jason Jenkins, and Dan Vogel. We'll see you Saturday at noon for more Steubenville Big Red softball action.
Final score, 2-1, Steubenville.